What's up, crew? In this video, we will be presenting the movies of Tom Hanks. To date, his movies have made $11.2 billion. Now, let's get started. He Knows You're Alone. Released in 1980. It made $5 million. It was a moneymaker. Splash. Released in 1984. It made $70 million. It was a moneymaker. Bachelor Party. Released in 1984. It made $38 million. It was a blockbuster. The Man with One Red Shoe. Released in 1985. It made $9 million. It was a bust. Volunteers. Released in 1985. It made $20 million. It was a success. The Money Pit. Released in 1986. It made $55 million. It was a moneymaker. Nothing in Common. Released in 1986. It made $32 million. It was a blockbuster. Dragnet. Released in 1987. It made $67 million. It was a blockbuster. Big. Released in 1988. It made $152 million. It was a hit. Punchline. Released in 1988. It made $21 million. It was a success. Turner and Hooch. Released in 1989. It made $71 million. It was a moneymaker. The Burbs. Released in 1989. It made $49 million. It was a blockbuster. Joe Versus the Volcano. Released in 1990. It made $39 million. It was a success. The Bonfire of the Vanities. Released in 1990. It made $16 million. It was a dud. A League of Their Own. Released in 1992. It made $132 million. It was a blockbuster. Sleepless in Seattle. Released in 1993. It made $228 million. It was a big hit. Philadelphia. Released in 1993. It made $207 million. It was a winner. Forrest Gump. Released in 1994. It made $677 million. It was a moneymaker. Apollo 13. Released in 1995. It made $355 million. It was a winner. Toy Story. Released in 1995. It made $394 million. It was a winner. That Thing You Do. Released in 1996. It made $35 million. It was a success. Saving Private Ryan. Released in 1998. It made $482 million. It was a blockbuster. You've Got Mail. Released in 1998. It made $251 million. It was a moneymaker. The Green Mile. Released in 1999. It made $287 million. It was a winner. Toy Story 2. Released in 1999. It made $497 million. It was a winner. Castaway. Released in 2000. It made $430 million. It was a big hit. Road to Perdition. Released in 2002. It made $181 million. It was a winner. Catch Me If You Can. Released in 2002. It made $352 million. It was a moneymaker. The Terminal. Released in 2004. It made $219 million. It was a blockbuster. The Ladykillers. Released in 2004. It made $77 million. It was a blockbuster. The Polar Express. Released in 2004. It made $311 million. It was a success. Elvis Has Left the Building. Released in 2004. It made $153,000. It didn't make a profit. The Da Vinci Code. Released in 2006. It made $768 million. It was a blockbuster. Who Killed the Electric Car? Released in 2006. It made $2 million. It was a success. Charlie Wilson's War. Released in 2007. It made $119 million. It was a success. Angels and Demons. Released in 2009. It made $486 million. It was a moneymaker. Toy Story 3. Released in 2010. It made $1 billion. It was a winner. Extremely Loud and Incredibly Close. Released in 2011. It made $55 million. It was a success. Larry Crowne. Released in 2011. It made $75 million. It was a winner. Cloud Atlas. Released in 2012. It made $130 million. It was a success. Captain Phillips. Released in 2013. It made $219 million. It was a hit. Saving Mr. Banks. Released in 2013. It made $113 million. It was a blockbuster. Bridge of Spies. Released in 2015. It made $165 million. It was a blockbuster. Inferno. Released in 2016. It made $220 million. It was a winner. A Hologram for the King. Released in 2016. It made $4 million. It was a dud. Sully. Released in 2016. It made $241 million. It was a moneymaker. The Circle. Released in 2017. It made $41 million. It was a moneymaker. The Post. Released in 2017. It made $180 million. It was a moneymaker. Toy Story 4. Released in 2019. It made $1 billion. It was a winner. A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. Released in 2019. It made $68 million. It was a blockbuster. News of the World. Released in 2020. It made $13 million. It didn't make its money back. A Man Called Otto, released in 2022. It made $109 million. It was a blockbuster. Elvis, released in 2022. It made $289 million. It was a winner. Asteroid City, released in 2023. It made $47 million. It was a success. Thanks for watching our video on Tom Hanks. What's your favorite Tom Hanks movie? Who should we feature next? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe.